Hello, my friends. I'm Dr. James, and today I'd like to start with a number that might surprise you. According to a study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society back in 2004, nearly 1 out of every 3 adults over 60 suffers from sarcopenia. That's the medical word for age-related muscle loss, Janssen et al., 2004. And this isn't just about feeling a little weaker. Sarcopenia is one of the leading causes of falls, broken bones, and even early death. I've seen it firsthand in so many of my patients. Folks who exercise regularly, eat their protein, drink their milk, and yet every time we test their strength, the numbers keep slipping lower. They look at me and ask, "Doctor, why is this happening? I'm doing everything right, so why am I still losing muscle?" And here's the part that may surprise you. The problem isn't always how much protein you eat or how often you exercise. Sometimes it comes down to something much simpler, the timing of your vitamins. Let me ask you this. Have you been working hard, eating well, but still feeling weaker with each passing year? Could it be that you've been taking the right vitamins, but at the wrong time, undoing all your effort without even knowing it? In today's video, I'm going to show you 3 vitamins you should take in the morning to wake up your body's muscle-building machinery. And just as importantly, 3 vitamins you should never take in the morning, unless you want to block the very signals that tell your muscles to grow stronger. And here's what makes this even more powerful. Halfway through, I'll share real stories from my own patients, men and women in their 60s and 70s, who made these small changes and saw big results in just a matter of weeks. So stay with me until the end, because sometimes your strength and independence don't depend only on how much you work out or how much you eat, but on taking the right nutrients at the right time. Now, before we dive into those 3 morning vitamins, let's first understand why our muscles get weaker so quickly after the age of 60. If you don't understand this process, you'll never truly see the power of timing your vitamins correctly. You know, I often tell my patients to think of their muscles like a kind of energy bank account. When we're young, every time we eat a good meal with protein or do some exercise, our muscles respond right away by depositing that protein into the bank. In medical terms, we call this muscle protein synthesis, or MPS. It works a lot like saving money. The more you put in, the more you build up. But after the age of 60, this bank doesn't work the same way anymore. Research shows that older adults face something called anabolic resistance. In simple terms, your muscles become stubborn. They don't respond as strongly to the signals from food and exercise. So, where a 25-year-old might build 5 units of muscle from a single 25-gram serving of protein, someone over 65 might only build 2 or 3. Same meal, different results. Let me give you a real example. Robert, a 72-year-old gentleman I've been treating, is dedicated. He goes to the gym 3 times a week, starts his mornings with eggs and milk, and stays active. Yet he came to me saying, "Doc, I just feel weaker. I can't even carry a grocery bag without my hands shaking." When we tested him, his muscle mass had dropped nearly 8% in just 2 years. And it wasn't because he was lazy. It was because his body simply wasn't responding to protein the way it used to. And muscle loss isn't caused by just one thing. There are several forces working against us as we age. Hormones decline, testosterone in men, estrogen in women, and even growth hormone all fall steadily over the years. Chronic low-grade inflammation, a quiet fire that slowly eats away at muscle tissue. Oxidative stress, free radicals damaging the structure of muscle fibers. Reduced activity, many people slow down after retirement, and the less you use your muscles, the faster they shrink. One large analysis of over 11,000 older adults in the U.S. found that those with sarcopenia were twice as likely to fall and had a 60% higher risk of death within 4 years compared to those who kept their muscle mass. Landy et al. Clinics in Geriatric Medicine, 2015. The hard truth is this: muscle loss creeps up quietly. You don't notice it until the day you struggle to rise from a chair, or you're out of breath climbing the stairs, or your hands shake carrying a simple grocery bag. And once muscle is lost, it's much harder to regain, unless you combine the right nutrition, the right exercise, and yes, the right vitamins at the right time. That's why understanding this process matters so much. Once you know why muscle loss happens, you'll see just how powerful the simple timing of your vitamins can be. It's like holding the key that can unlock the body's ability to keep building muscle, even as the years go by. So now that we understand why our muscles become so resistant after 60, the question is, in the morning, the golden window that sets the tone for the whole day, what vitamins should we choose to switch our muscle repair system back on? Let's dive into the 3 key morning vitamins that can help fight muscle loss. Vitamin C, the builder that holds your muscles together. Think of your body like a construction site. If protein is the bricks used to build the house, vitamin C is the cement that holds those bricks together. Biologically, vitamin C is a crucial cofactor for enzymes that create collagen, the scaffolding that keeps your tendons, muscles, and connective tissues strong and flexible. Without healthy collagen, your muscles lose their support system, becoming weaker and more prone to injury. A review in Nutrients, Carr and Maggini, 2017, found that low vitamin C can slow down muscle repair by up to 50% after activity. On the other hand, when your body has enough, it uses protein more effectively to rebuild muscle tissue. Elena, age 68, one of my patients, often complained about muscle soreness after long walks. When I looked at her diet, she rarely ate fresh fruit. I encouraged her to start her mornings with warm water and a squeeze of lemon, plus a handful of strawberries with breakfast. 6 weeks later, she told me, "Doctor, I carried my grocery bag for an entire mile, and I wasn't sore at all." Get it naturally at breakfast: strawberries, bell peppers, kiwis, oranges. If you use a supplement, keep it around 500–1,000 mg per day and don't exceed 2,000 mg. Best taken with a protein-rich meal to kickstart muscle repair. Too much vitamin C can cause diarrhea, nausea, or kidney stones in people at risk. If you've had calcium oxalate kidney stones, talk to your doctor first. Omega-3's the switch that turns muscle building back on. If vitamin C is the cement, omega-3s are like the engineer supervising the project. When you're young, eating protein is enough to flip the switch and start building muscle. But with age, that switch tends to get stuck. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, help unstick it. In a landmark study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, Smith et al., 2011, older adults who took 2 grams of EPA plus DHA daily for 8 weeks increased their muscle protein synthesis by nearly 30% when eating a protein-rich diet. Omega-3s also reduce chronic low-grade inflammation, a hidden fire that slowly eats away at muscles as we age. Thomas, 74, a retired carpenter, was slowing down after years of joint pain and fatigue. I recommended adding omega-3s to his breakfast, sometimes a supplement, sometimes a serving of grilled salmon twice a week. After 3 months, he came back smiling. "Doc, I played ball with my grandson all afternoon and didn't feel worn out. I haven't felt that good in years." Best food sources: salmon, sardines, mackerel, flax seeds, chia seeds. If using supplements, aim for at least 1,000 mg combined EPA plus DHA per day. Take it with a meal that has healthy fats like eggs, avocado, or olive oil for better absorption. High doses, 3 grams per day, may increase bleeding risk, especially if you're on blood thinners like warfarin or high-dose aspirin. Choose purified products tested for heavy metals like mercury. If you have chronic conditions, talk with your doctor before adjusting your dose. Vitamin B12, the power supply for muscles and the brain. If missing vitamin C and omega-3s leaves your house unstable, missing vitamin B12 is like cutting the power off completely. Vitamin B12 is essential for energy production, red blood cell formation, and nerve function. Without it, you may feel tired, weak, shaky, or even lose your balance. Here's the catch. After age 60, the stomach produces less acid, making it harder to absorb B12 from food. A review by Allen, Food and Nutrition Bulletin, 2008, found that 10–20% of adults over 60 are deficient in B12. Mary, 65, a retired teacher, came to me exhausted and dizzy almost every morning. A blood test revealed low B12 levels. After starting a daily B12 supplement of 1,000 mcg in the morning, she told me within 2 months, "I feel sharper, my yoga classes are easier, and I'm not worn out before lunchtime." Get it naturally from eggs, fish, dairy, or organ meats. Many older adults benefit from a supplement of 500–1,000 mcg daily. Take it in the morning. B12 can give you energy and sometimes interfere with sleep if taken at night. Generally very safe, but in rare cases high doses may build up in people with severe kidney or liver disease. Extremely high doses don't provide extra benefit. You'll just be paying for expensive urine. To sum it up, vitamin C repairs collagen and fights oxidative stress. Omega-3s flip the switch for protein synthesis and fight inflammation. Vitamin B12 powers your muscles and nerves with energy. Together, they form a morning power trio that helps older adults stay sharper, stronger, and, most importantly, independent in daily life. But here's the other side of the coin. While these 3 vitamins can help your body thrive in the morning, there are also some that, if taken at the wrong time, especially first thing in the morning, can quietly sabotage your progress. Let's talk about the 3 supplements you should never take in the morning if you want to keep your muscles strong. In medicine, it's never just about what you should take. It's just as important to know what not to take. Because sometimes a habit that looks healthy on the surface can quietly undo all your hard work. And in my years of practice, there are 3 supplements I see patients misuse most often in the morning. Vitamin E is well known as an antioxidant. It protects the heart, lowers inflammation, and supports recovery. So many older adults think, if it's good, I'll take it first thing in the morning. But the truth is more complicated. Here's why. When we exercise, our muscles produce a small burst of free radicals. These aren't villains. In fact, they act as signals telling your body it's time to get stronger. But if you take high-dose vitamin E in the morning, especially before exercise, you wipe out those signals. Without them, your muscles don't get the message to grow. A study by Paulson and colleagues, PNAS, 2014, showed that older adults who took high doses of vitamin C and E around workouts had significantly lower muscle adaptation and mitochondrial growth. Robert, age 72, lifted weights faithfully but kept hitting a plateau. After looking into his routine, I discovered he was taking vitamin E on an empty stomach before workouts. We switched his vitamin E to the evening, with dinner and healthy fats. Within 1 month, he finally broke through his strength barrier. Avoid vitamin E in the morning, especially on an empty stomach. If you take it, use it with dinner alongside healthy fats for better absorption. Long-term high doses over 400 IU daily should only be taken under medical supervision. Calcium is vital for strong bones, teeth, and muscle contraction. But timing matters. Taking calcium first thing in the morning, especially on an empty stomach, comes with 3 problems. Poor absorption. Calcium carbonate needs stomach acid to absorb well. In the early morning when the stomach is empty, absorption is weak. Digestive issues. Many patients report constipation or bloating when they take calcium on an empty stomach. Morning sluggishness. Calcium has a calming effect on the nervous system. But morning is when your body needs alertness and energy, not sedation. A study by Heaney, Journal of the American College of Nutrition, 2001, confirmed that calcium is absorbed better with main meals, especially dinner, when bone breakdown naturally increases. Dorothy, age 73, used to take 1,200 mg of calcium every morning with just coffee. She felt bloated, constipated, and drained. I suggested moving her calcium to dinner time. A month later, she told me, "Doctor, my mornings feel light and energized again. I even walk 2 laps around the park without a problem." Don't take calcium first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Take it in the evening with a meal for better absorption and bone support. Split doses if you need more than 500 mg daily. Your body can't absorb large amounts all at once. Ashwagandha is a powerful herb from traditional Indian medicine. It's well known for reducing stress, improving sleep, and even boosting stamina. But here's the catch. In the morning, it works against you. Ashwagandha lowers cortisol, the hormone that naturally wakes you up. It also boosts GABA activity in the brain, which tells your body it's time to relax. The result? You feel sleepy instead of energized, and your motivation to exercise plummets. A clinical trial by Lopresti, P. Low S1, 2019, confirmed that ashwagandha improves sleep quality and lowers stress, which is great for bedtime, not breakfast. Frank, 76, took ashwagandha with his morning coffee, hoping it would calm his nerves before the gym. Instead, he felt sluggish and weak during workouts. Once we moved his ashwagandha to the evening, his mornings transformed. He told me, "Doc, I wake up ready to move again, and at night I sleep better than I have in years." Don't use ashwagandha in the morning. Best taken in the evening, usually 300–600 mg, to support restful sleep. If you're on blood pressure meds, thyroid medication, or sedatives, check with your doctor first. To sum it up, vitamin E right arrow, save it for the evening with a meal. Calcium right arrow evening is best for absorption and bone protection. Ashwagandha right arrow take at night to relax and restore energy. If the 3 vitamins we talked about earlier are the morning power trio, then these 3 are the hidden traps. Avoid them at the wrong time and you'll save money, protect your health, and most importantly, let your muscles receive the natural signals they need to grow. So now we have 2 clear pictures. 3 vitamins that help your body start the day strong, and 3 that hold you back if you take them too early. But how do you remember this easily and apply it every single day? In the next part, I'll show you a simple way to balance the 3-3 so you can make it a daily habit without confusion. In medicine, I always remind my patients of one thing. It's not about taking more vitamins, it's about taking the right ones at the right time. Morning is like hitting the power button for your whole day. If you press the right button, the system runs smoothly. If you press the wrong one, you can accidentally slow yourself down. Let's look again at the 3-3 picture we've just outlined. In medicine, I always remind my patients of one thing. It's not about taking more vitamins, it's about taking the right ones at the right time. Morning is like hitting the power button for your whole day. If you press the right button, the system runs smoothly. If you press the wrong one, you can accidentally slow yourself down. Let's look again at the 3-3 picture we've just outlined. The 3 supplements to avoid in the morning: your breaks. High-dose vitamin E wipes out the positive stress signals from exercise, slowing growth. Calcium, taken too early, it's poorly absorbed, leaves you bloated and makes you sluggish. Ashwagandha, instead of energy, it brings drowsiness and drains your motivation. These aren't bad nutrients, but they belong to a different time of day. In the morning, they can backfire. When you compare them side by side, the picture is clear. On one side, you've got a morning power trio, vitamins that lift your body and get it going. On the other, a morning trap trio, supplements that quietly put the brakes on your efforts. If you want to stay strong after 60, it's not enough to know what to take. You also need to know what not to take. That's the difference between just taking vitamins and taking them smartly. So how do you actually put this into practice without having to memorize a lot of details? In the next section, I'll share with you a simple doctor's checklist, a short, practical guide you can follow every morning and evening. Think of it as your roadmap to turn knowledge into daily habits that last. I know what some of you may be thinking right now. Doctor, that's a lot of information. How can I possibly remember it all? Don't worry. I've put together a simple doctor's checklist for you. Print it out, tape it to your fridge, or keep it on the breakfast table. That way you'll never have to second-guess yourself again. Morning, kickstart your body. Protein first, 25-30 grams. For example, 2 eggs and a glass of milk, or a bowl of oatmeal with nuts and yogurt. Vitamin C from fresh foods, strawberries, kiwi, oranges, bell peppers. If that's difficult, take a supplement of 500-1000 mg, but never more than 2000 mg a day. Omega-3s, aim for fatty fish like salmon, sardines, or mackerel. If you use a supplement, look for one with around 1000 mg total EPA plus DHA per day. Always take it with a meal that has healthy fats for better absorption. Vitamin B12, especially important after 60. You can get it from eggs, fish, and dairy. If a blood test shows you're low, consider a supplement of 500-1000 mcg in the morning for more energy and focus. Morning, avoid these. High-dose vitamin E. It cancels out the very signals your muscles need to grow stronger after exercise. Calcium, poorly absorbed on an empty stomach, and may leave you bloated or sluggish. Ashwagandha promotes drowsiness and reduces motivation to move. Evening, support and recovery. Calcium, take it with dinner for better absorption and stronger bones overnight. Ashwagandha, use it at night to relax, sleep deeply, and let your body recover. Vitamin E if prescribed. Best with an evening meal that contains healthy fats to help your body repair from the day. Remember this simple rule. Morning equals kickstart vitamins, C plus omega-3 plus B12. Evening equals recovery vitamins, calcium plus ashwagandha plus E if advised. By doing this, you're not just taking vitamins. You're aligning with your body's natural rhythm. Morning becomes the switch that turns muscle growth on, and evening becomes the time when your body recovers, repairs, and builds strength for tomorrow. My dear friends, after the age of 60, many people think they need some kind of miracle pill to stay strong and fight off aging. But the truth is much simpler than that. Your body doesn't need magic. It just needs the right support at the right time. A little protein in the right amount, a few carefully chosen vitamins taken at the right hour, and a steady habit of moving your body. Those small steps are enough to rewrite the story of aging. And remember this. Strong muscles aren't about looking big or showing off. Strong muscles mean independence. It's the ability to rise from a chair without needing someone's hand. It's the steady step that carries you safely across the street. It's the grip strong enough to hold your grandchild or carry your groceries home. And most of all, it's the freedom of not depending on anyone else for your daily life. I've watched many of my patients rediscover the joy of living simply by protecting their strength. And I believe you deserve that too. So if today you learned something useful, I'd love to hear from you. Share your story in the comments below. Which vitamins do you take in the morning? Have you ever made some of the mistakes I talked about? I read every single comment, and your experiences truly matter. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss the next videos in this series. I'll be sharing more simple but powerful strategies to help you stay strong, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay free and independent. Until next time, take good care of yourself. I'll see you soon.